Hey friends, welcome. Vince's Wood and Wonders. Thanks so much for stopping into the shop. Got a cool 51 degrees outside, but with the wind, feels like it's in the high 40s. Kind of cool out, but it'd be okay. We're on the upward trend. We've been having 70s, almost 80-degree days, and we just had some rain last night and cooled everything off. So woke up, started off, he had the windows open a little bit, let some of the air in, wake up in the middle of the night, and you wish that you had left the windows closed. Hey, we got a project for you. Got some people somewhat close to me, live close to me, and I seen that they had an addition to their family. So I thought maybe we would turn them a little baby rattle. This is video 91, by the way. Can't believe it, 91 videos. So yeah, we've got this thing marked off, and hopefully this blank, I've got everything correct on this blank. I'm not sure about this glue joint, but we will see once we get in it, once we get turning into it. Video 91. I cannot believe video 91. Just bananas. Okay. Got a baby rattle. We've got a little bit of a, I guess it's the glue joint here. Not sure how that's going to work out, but let's see what happens here. Just take a little bit off the ends here. The rattle is hopefully between these two lines, if I've measured this correctly. The guy that glued these up for me, or glued this up for me, I'm not real familiar with how the length of his router is, so we'll find out. Here we go. Figure out we're going to, let's make this a little bit round down here. Take this down a little farther. It has been a long while since I have turned a rattle of any sort. And this one's looking a little big here in the bottom end. Last thing you want is a baby rattle that's a little big in the bottom end. So let's thin out the whole thing here. Got a 3/8 bowl gouge that I'm using. I'll round this over here. It's kind of nice once you start to get your tool technique down, because you find that you don't really, I guess you can't see it in the video, but the tool is by my side. It's not moving. And all that's really moving is my hips. And that allows you to have a lot more control on your cuts. Not happy with this. Still think that this bottom end needs to come down a little bit smaller. There we go. Just trying to refine that curve a little bit. A nice. You know, a lot of turning or correct turning, as it were, is getting your feet in the correct position, because that's going to enable you to begin the cut and then finish your cut in one fluid motion. And for the longest time, I didn't fully understand that, but I'm starting to get it. All right, will be SIA Soft. We've got some 150 grit, 180 grit, and some trusty 220 grit. Hopefully, that will be all that we need. And usually, I have dust extraction sitting right where you're sitting. But if I did that, well, you might not see what it is you're going to see. Now, here's something here. So as I was turning this, look, it's a small diameter, pretty small object. I had it spinning at about 2,000 RPM. It's easy to start it up and just begin sanding. And if I do that, I can feel that while I have some abrading going on, what I have mostly going on is just skating and skidding over the surface. Why? Because the piece is spinning entirely too fast. So let's get it up and say, well, how fast should the piece be spinning? I can't tell you for sure. I can only tell you what I feel. Right here, I've got it spinning at about 800. That might even be a little bit quick. You remember before when I first put the piece on and I pulled it off, I didn't have any residue left over. Just in the little piece that I just sanded, just there, you can see I've got debris left over because it didn't skate and skid over the surface. It's actually abrading and sticking into the sandpaper. So just something to be aware of. And I'll tell you what we're going to do with this also. We're going to do a little wet sanding. You say, wet sanding, what are you talking about? Well, this piece is going to be finished with a little bit of my wood surface conditioner is what I'm going to use to finish the piece with. But I might as well ease the process, keep the dust down to a minimum, and actually probably speed up the whole sanding process by wet sanding just a little bit. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. So it's not much, but what wet sanding does is it allows, I can see from the surface it's going from light or from dark to light. And that tells me or helps me know where it is that I've sanded and where it is that I need to sand. For example, I don't know if it's showing up in the video. I've got a line here a dark line, that tells me that's an indentation in the wood. If I was dry sanding, I won't go as far as to say that I wouldn't have seen it, but chances are, knowing me, I probably would not have. By adding a little bit of the wood surface conditioner, it allows for that to kind of be highlighted or show, and I know where I need to spend a little more time. You say, well, does this build up on your sandpaper? Yeah, it does. But that's okay, because it's going to dry and just flake off. It's no big deal. It doesn't make the sandpaper unusable by any means. And I don't know if you can see or if you can tell, but I don't have a whole lot of dust kicking up like I did when I started before I used the oil. So for what it's worth, and if you're open to any suggestion, one suggestion is to use something in wet sand whenever possible. I often tell people, for those of us who shave, you know, when you took your razor to your face, did you take a dry razor to your dry face? Nah, probably not. We use something to lubricate the fibers, right? Well, this is what we're doing. We're lubricating the fibers. And that's about as far as we're going to get into that. Shaving and all, that is. Now, I can't put any light on this because that's what you're hanging on to as my light. So here's a piece of 180 fresh. I'm going to slow this down just a little bit more. I can really feel it grabbing. I mean, if I were to let go of this paper, it would shoot out in front of me. And that's different than if the abrasive or if the piece was spinning at a high rate of speed. While it would grab, it just doesn't feel like it has the grab that it does right now. I'm going to just take a moment, just give a quick sand with the direction. It blows off here. There we go. "90 videos. This will be video 91. I can't believe it. I started looking. I made my first video back in, I guess it was September of 2013. That's 13 years ago, friends. Jeez. 13 years ago. You know, I didn't even have gray hair then. And if it's okay with you, let me grab a piece of 320 just for poops and giggles. We got it. Had some friends ask for some of the SIA Soft in the other material. And I was told by SIA that that stuff was going away. Recently, I found out that it didn't go away, that it's available. So I've got a bunch of that coming. 320, 400. I think I got some 600. Let's give this a quick wipe down here. Let's give it a quick oil here and see what we look like here. You know, I don't have a router to route out the cavities that are needed to make these things. So I have a buddy or two do them for me. Nick Cook has done a lot of these for me. Do you route out your own baby rattle? Do you make baby rattles? Do you route them out? Yeah, we're in good shape here. Do you route them out? Yeah, if you do, put a note in the comments so that our friends, our fellow woodturners, will know who to contact for baby rattle kits that are already kind of put together. Oops, sorry about that. I just nailed you. All right, let's see what this other side's going to look like here. Make sure it plays nicely. Okay, we're just finishing out here with some of Vince's wood surface conditioning oil. Just giving it a little bit of a sheen here. Nothing too hectic. Just product description, product stuff will be in the description below. Yeah, so I think we've got fine finished product. Our dimensions are right. It's not too big, it's not too small. Should meet all safety items that need to be met. So yeah, so I'll be taking this over to my my folks close by here and allowing them to, hopefully they will enjoy this as they celebrate their new life. And yeah, that's great. Oh, I got something here for you, but before I let you go, I got two things for you. First, please like and subscribe the video if you like it. Also hit the notification button. It'll notify you when I put out new videos. I cannot believe I've shot 90 videos. It's been 13 years. That's not very many, but this will be video number 91. And I guess maybe I should start numbering these. But also we've got, if you would care to, in the description, there will be a link to a newsletter that I put out. I don't put it out that often. I don't bombard you like some folks. But there usually will start being promo codes, I guess, coupons, if you will. For example, right now there is, I've got micro mesh sanding material that's on sale. But in addition to the sale, if you copy and paste the promo code out of the newsletter, you get an additional 10% off. So just my way of saying thank you. And lastly, here on the administrative stuff, if you're going to the AAW this year, it's going to be June 4th through 7th. It's going to be in Raleigh, North Carolina. If you haven't registered, if your friends haven't registered, you want to save $20, you can do so by entering this promo code VENPROMO 92026. then promo 920-92026. I'll have it in the description down below. Here's the story on the way out. Yesterday, well, let me back up and say this time of year, it just rains. It can be sun shining and rain will be coming from, it'll be raining sideways. It's just the time of year. And my windshield wipers on my driver's side not clearing the water. So I go and take a look, and of course the wiper blade is ripped, needs to be replaced. So I go up to my local automotive repair place, parts store that is. And yeah, I know you can get this stuff online and all that stuff and less money, and they bring it right to you. Yeah. But at the same time, you know, I like these little places. I like having them around. So occasionally you need to, you know, shop them. Don't forget about them. So anyway, I go in and I'm talking to the guy, and I said, and I remembered, you know, I said, you know, I like the housing. I like the cartridge that the blades sit in. I like the way that the cartridge looks against the rest of the pickup truck. So I'd like for that to remain the same. I just want to get the refill, the blades themselves, the refill blades, pop them out, pop them back in. And this kid, he looks at me. He was respectful and all that. He said, sir, you know, they haven't sold those blades like that since like 1990. I thought, where am I? When did this happen? Nobody told me. 1990. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? Anyway, he wasn't exactly right, because in 1990, 1991, I was actually working in an auto parts store, and I had to stop and think about how did I get so confused? And what it was is I just had a flashback, and I remembered them selling those replacement blades. They were like $4 or $5. And replacement blades at the local auto parts store, if you haven't gone into your local auto parts store, they're like $20, $25, $30 per blade. That's 40, 50, 60 bucks if you want to get carried away. Yeah, I know. Amazon, you can get them cheaper and all that, but you know, to have that kid look me in the eye and tell me that, and he was trying. Oh my gosh. Anyway, it's a great time to be in the shop. I'm glad you were here. Thanks so much for joining me. Nice little project. And yeah, if you know of anybody that routes out baby rattles, you know, maybe put that in the comments down below, and help out somebody else who might need to get baby rattle blanks made for themselves. Thanks again so much. We'll see you next time. Talk to you soon.